Is it recording? Is it recording? I believe it's recording. Hi, welcome to T's Talking Points. I've been wanting to start this video, my podcast, for the longest. At least over a year. And I guess I've been kind of scared. And then, I wanted to make sure I had the right equipment and stuff. But you know what? Every time I kept putting up an excuse, it was like using an excuse to start it. So today is my introduction to T's Talking Points. I'm going to put out a video once a week, which is probably going to be on Saturdays since I work a lot. But I just want to get to the basic things of life. Just talking about entertainment, talking about sexual assault, talking about our points on homosexuality. Like I don't believe in homosexuality, but I do believe in letting people live their lives. But what I don't understand is why come if we don't believe in homosexuality, we have to be homophobic. Why can't we just have our beliefs like they have their, like the LGBTQ community have their beliefs? So that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I've been wanting to talk about this Monique thing for the longest, and so I guess today would be the best day to do it since I'm stuck in trash. So I would say in the early 2000s, I can't exactly remember what it is. I used to look at Monique all the time on, listen to her all the time on the radio and here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And she used to give advice to people, and I was kind of cringing at the advice she gave to people. But, it's her radio show, and, it's up to the people if they want to listen to her radio show, if they want to take her advice or not. Some of the advice she was giving to people, really they should have been going to a therapist for, a licensed therapist. But one day I was in the car and I turned it on to her station, and this is when I forget that comedian name. His name was Rodney. He played in a Tyler Perry movie. I think his name was Rodney Perry. I'm not sure. But anyway, he was on there with her and her daddy. And they were talking about the Bible and how she said she did not believe in the Bible and she did not believe in God. And when she said that, I just immediately turned it off, because I could be listening to somebody, and if you believe in God or don't believe in God and I don't know it, I'm fine. I can listen to you. But the moment you say that you don't believe in God and I love God and I believe in God and I worship God, I don't always obey his commandments. Let's get that straight, because I don't. But I ask God to make me a better person every day. So I had turned the radio station off, because I just can't listen to nobody. When they sit up and say they don't believe in the Bible, they don't believe in God, I can't follow you no more. I can't listen to you no more. You could make me laugh, but when it comes to like stuff about life, you can't tell me nothing. And so I had turned the radio station off, and that's when I said, as soon as I turned the radio station off, as I was turning, I said, she about to have a whole lot of problems. And I'll be damned, immediately when she won that Oscar, she started having problems. So here's the thing from when Monique first started this situation. Okay, now she said she wanted to be on rest to spend time with her family. If you really wanted to spend time with your family, T's Talking Points, it don't matter how much money they offered you, you would have told them no from the get-go. You were playing games and you thought they were going to pay you. So when they didn't pay you, you started a campaign against them when you gave your speech. Now, about her being blackballed, I don't feel like she should have got blackballed. But I do feel like when she got up on stage and told Tyler Perry, Oprah, and everybody else to suck her D and, just took it to the extreme, I do believe that she put herself in an unnecessary mess. So so it don't get me wrong, I'm no Oprah fan. I don't even like Tyler Perry movies. He got one movie, out of all his movies, he got one movie that I truly like, and that is When a Family Prays. That's the only movie I've ever thought he put out that was worthy of, of really watching. All the other stuff, yeah, Madea was all right, but A Family That Prays, that was a good movie to me. One of his good movies. But I've never been a Tyler Perry fan. I've never been an Oprah fan. I've never been Steve Harvey fan. I've never been fans of that. I'm not really a fan of people, So when Monique said she was going on this renegade or this crusade to help the people behind her, all you did was cause a whole bunch of chaos and cause yourself chaos and misery. Now, she said she did it for to help the little black baby behind her, her babies and my sweet babies and all that. I just think that junk is just playing with people. That's too what do I want to call that? I just didn't like it because I think she was being sarcastic. Now, gather on up to the Netflix thing. The Netflix thing, she sued them for gender and gender bias and age bias, age discrimination, because Amy Schumer not funny. But how you gonna sue a company that don't want to pay you, that you really don't work for? You gotta have some balls to do that. So, and then she kept on saying how funnier she was than Amy Schumer, but you didn't have no work out there. You keep talking about the Queens of Comedy. The Queens of Comedy came out 1922, and you weren't even funny on that. How you ended up closing that is I don't know. So you did that on the Queens of Comedy. I was like, okay, I haven't been a fan of Monique for a long time because Monique reminds me of me when I was younger. If it ain't her way, it's no way. And that's the way I was when I was younger. It had to be my way or no way. Because I am a victim of child molestation I'm a victim of child molestation. I had a baby out of that child out of that child molestation. So Monique really, to me, comes off as a bully, and that used to be me, because if it's not my way, it's got to be the highway, and that's bully mentality. That's what a bully does. But as you grow up, you begin to look at your ways or your past. That's why you need God in your life. Ask God to show you your ways so that you can become a better person on this earth, that you can serve people rather than being served. I've never been a selfish person, but I was the one that was like, I was insecure. I felt like if a new person came in, they was trying to take my position to where I was with a supervisor, or if a new person came in, they was trying to I felt threatened. I did. I felt threatened all the time, a lot. And to me, that is how Monique act. And I think me and Monique is about the same age. And it's just sad that you're that old and you still acting the way you're acting. Everything don't have to be for the internet. I still say DL never did nothing to her. I've never seen or heard DL, because I am a fan of DL. I like his comedy. He might not be funny to some people, but Monique ain't funny to me. So she might be funny to some people. Everybody got their opinions. But I think the only reason why Monique is mad at DL because the same slot that Monique was in, DL stepped right into that slot and took that slot. And I don't think I mean he could have put in for it. They could have asked him did he want it. But he's been there a lot longer than Monique was with her radio station. Then I was going over how they said how Monique was, how she was treating her people, her cast and crew and all that. I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm just going off of what was said. I wasn't there. And I left my notes at home because technically I was supposed to do this podcast weeks ago. But like I say, I've been procrastinating over a year about doing this podcast, and it's just something for me to do. I'm not trying to get no money off of it. I mean, I'm not trying to belittle or bash anybody. I'm here for black women, black little girls. I'm here for our black men. Let's get one thing straight. I am here for black women who don't act hood rat. I am here for black men who don't act like niggas. To me, if a black person is out there stealing and just doing foul stuff, that's nigger shit right there. And I can't get down with that. I can pray for it, but I can't get down with nigger shit. I just can't do it. I can't stand to see a black woman standing there up there cussing out her kids in front and calling her kids bitches and stuff like that. That's a big turnoff to me. So, like I say, this is my first podcast, and not my first podcast. I would say this is the introduction to my first podcast. And like I say again, this is something for me to do. Anything you want to talk about, put in comment below. We can talk about. I see a therapist every week. I do, and so I feel like it's an experiment I just went through for those who suffer from depression. I suffer from depression. I suffer from anxiety. I have been like this all my life. I've suffered from depression. I've suffered from anxiety. Like I say, a lot of it comes from my sexual molestation when I was young, and a lot of it I brought on myself. A lot of stuff we bring on ourselves. We can't blame it on nobody but ourselves. That's why we have to examine ourselves and take a good look at ourselves and see what is it about you, instead of looking at everybody else. What is it about you but that people don't like? Because very seldom people don't like me. I don't fool with a lot of people, but very seldom. Because I love to make people laugh. I consider myself an amateur night comedian myself. So I gotta learn how to edit. I gotta learn how to do all that stuff for this podcast. And like I say, I have been procrastinating. It's so much stuff I want to talk about. Why are our black boys and men shooting each other in the streets like that? Why do women cheat on men? Why do men cheat on women? Why not, if you are gay, why don't you just come out and be gay? Why would you lead women on if you're gay? It's just so much stuff that I want to talk about. Feeling unloved by your parents. It's so many things that I want to talk about. So any topics that you want to talk about, I am going to go live eventually. But right now, I just got to learn. Like I say, I'm 54 years old, about to be 55. I have to learn I have to learn how to edit. I have to get the right equipment. I have to get the right background. So, and like I say, it's something that I want to do. It's something that's been on my heart to do. I've been procrastinating for, like I say, over a year. And every time I say, well, I'm going to do my podcast, it's something come up, and that's just an excuse not to do it. So this is T's Talking Points. My name is Tanya Dotson. Sometimes you'll see me in a wig. Sometimes you'll see me in makeup. Sometimes you won't see me in makeup. It just all depends on how I feel. I don't believe in getting dressed up just to talk to people. If I got something to say and I'm looking the way I'm looking the way I'm looking. It's just that. I just wanted to say hi and start this podcast. And then, like I say, about that Monique thing, I see myself in Monique years and years ago. And Monique has not, she has not dealt with her trauma. She has not dealt with her pain. And that's the reason why, because who in the world hold a grudge against somebody about an apology? How you gonna make somebody apologize to you if they ain't apologized in all these years? They not gonna apologize. Girl, get on with your life. Get on with your life. If they ain't apologized to you in all this time, they not gonna apologize to you. Sorry that my phone is going dark and light. I can't. My original charger that I had in here, I don't know what happened to it, but it's just not. My phone is going. And actually, I'm on my way to work. We'll talk about that. I do work 2 jobs. I'm not gonna lie. I work 2 jobs, and I love them both. These days you gotta work 2 jobs, or you can't live. When I go to the grocery store, I look at prices and I be like, Lord, I'm so glad my kids are grown, but I still got my grandkids that come around a lot. So every week, they go to school from my house. So every week I'm buying them snacks and stuff for the week, and it's just prices are just crazy. So like I say, I'm all over the place today, and but I just wanted to introduce myself to you, and if it's some things that you want to talk about, let's talk about it. If it's I'm not gonna do no messy podcast. I don't do mess. I don't do mess in real life, so I'm not gonna do mess here. I'm just like a laid back 55-year-old tomboy, about to be 55-year-old tomboy. That's just the way I am. I'll tell you about my relationship later on down the line. That's a whole 5 hours by itself to talk about. And that's pretty much it. So welcome to T's Talking Points. I'm almost at work, and I just want to say thank you to all those who subscribe. Please subscribe. I when I get ready to, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do on my next live, because it's so, like I say, it's so much stuff that I want to talk about. It's just this world. I just feel like we in the last days, and I know nobody. And they say nobody knows the day nor the hour when he coming, and that's true. But it feel like with everything that's going on in this world, we are in our last days. And it's sad. It really is sad. It's sad that people can't love one another. And one thing about me, I am a lover of life. I don't care if you're a racist. I don't care if you're a skinhead. I ain't got to deal with you. I don't care what you are. I am a lover of life. I love human beings. And only way you can love human beings is you have to be taught that. And God taught me that. God taught me how to love people regardless of the situations. So, I am a lover of life. I ain't saying people don't get on my nerves just like I get on other people's nerves. But it's hard for me to hold a grudge against you. I might get mad, but I don't hold no malice in my heart, because I feel like I missed my blessing. And plus, I didn't already the majority of my life, I done already held so many grudges and shit that my life has passed by. I could have been, them people ain't thinking about me, and I'm up here mad at them for no reason. They ain't thinking about me. So it's just a lot of stuff on this earth that we could talk about. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give you a few minutes of who I am and what I'm gonna be talking about, and what I won't be talking about is, I'll be talking about entertainers on the stuff that they do, but I will not be talking about stuff to the point to where it's damaging to them. I'm no Tasha K, and I won't be doing stuff like that. So like I say, we'll be talking about music. It's just so much on this earth to just talk about. So I just want to say, welcome to T's Talking Points. I'm about to pull up to my job, and you all have a very blessed day. In Jesus' name, amen.